Hey, what's up, guys? This is Johnny. I wanted to take a minute to share the why behind our home discipleship program and why we think that's so important, and then also to share with you the what. I want you guys to feel equipped and empowered to lead your students spiritually in the home. So, a little story about me. When I was growing up, I didn't have a dad in the house, and my mom was a strong Christian. You know, she brought us to church, and she brought us to church camp, and we went to Sunday school in Awana, and I always saw her reading her Bible at home. But the one thing I always wished I had at home was somebody that was leading me and teaching me in my home, you know, how to read the scriptures and encourage me in that, and even how to process through what I was reading. So, funny thing, I always thought that there was this good Christian family, and that family would sit around after dinner, and dad would open up the Bible and read us some passage out of the Bible, and everybody would answer questions, and then mom and dad and kids would talk about, morality and deep heart issues and all these questions of right and wrong, and how God would use these things in their life. And so that I always really wanted that. But flash forward to now, I'm 30 years old, and what I found is that actually most families don't do this. That was like a fake family I made up in my head. And this isn't a dig against any families. It's just that this is kind of how our society is set up. We're super busy. You know, most of the students in my groups, they're playing, football and basketball and soccer and volleyball and track and theater and dance and all these things, and then parents are busy. Oftentimes, both parents are working, sometimes multiple jobs, and so our society is super busy. I just think that right now is such a unique opportunity, you guys. When else ever in our life are we going to have schools closed down and sports closed down and restaurants closed down and everyone's forced to be at home together as a family? So I just don't want to let this opportunity pass us by. And I think that getting started now with a home discipleship program will really help us to kind of get a foothold here in our homes and in our families and start to develop some healthy habits and patterns now. So to do that, it's really easy. I've got two things for you. Number one is that we made a daily reading plan for the next 3 weeks. And so we're going to go through the book of John, and there's 21 chapters, and so you're going to read a chapter a day. This starts Sunday. And so here it is. It's going to be posted online. And what I would encourage is for parents to actually do this kind of alongside their students. You don't have to sit down and read it together, unless you want to, but to do it alongside. And this might open up opportunity for good conversations between you guys. And when your student does that, what we have is two options for them to kind of journal through this. They can do this in a spiral notebook at home. They can print this out and do it on a piece of paper. But one option is this. It's just a little daily devotional, and it asks them 3 basic questions to help them unpack the scriptures more. The other is called a SOAP note. And if your student is in middle school or high school with us, they've for sure done these. They know what this is. There's some explanations on the back. And really, it's just a tool for our students to kind of start to question, what does this mean? How do I apply this to my life? What's God trying to teach me through this? And ultimately, this is helping us learn to love Jesus and love our world and our friends, love one another even better. So that's number one. Number two, and parents, this is where you really come in. Each week, I'm going to post a home discipleship, a devotional video. This devotional video will be a variety of topics, and it's going to have some questions that go with it. Now, if your kids are coming on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Sundays, they're for sure already doing this with us. What we do is we read a chunk of scripture, and then we have some questions to unpack it. And so this is where you guys are going to be the spiritual leaders, the spiritual teachers. And so you're going to do this together as a family just once a week. So this should be totally doable. It's just once a week. And again, you don't have to be a PhD in theology. The Bible was written to average Joes like you and me, who when we read it and the Spirit of God speaks to us, He helps us to understand and hear His voice and what He has for us. So this is your challenge, a daily reading plan and then a once a week devotional that you guys are doing together. Can you do it? I think you can. All right, good luck, guys.